Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Autonauts. Um, I've kind of let the game run for the better part of the day. Um, just let it do its thing, churning away all these little happy robots working away, and I've gotten nowhere. I don't even think I hit 200,000 on this research yet. 169,000. I got 500,000 to go. So, I think what we need to work on first is let's get the jam made. And then, rather than go straight to Wally's jumper, which is what I'm working on that research for, I'm thinking I might have to do is make an intermediary step where we come in here and we make a regular jumper. Regular jumper can be made with the crew clothing station, which we can make the poncho, which is essentially a wool blanket. A second wool blanket, so it's two wool blankets and it's a string. And we're already making all of that, and we can make the poncho. That'll get us the higher level thing. The Wally's jumper, which is the one I wanted to make, requires a sewing station. It still requires the poncho, the wool blanket, and the string. So it's exactly the same recipe, except it requires a different workstation to make. I'm still going to do that. I'll just switch the clothes that the people get over. So let's work today on getting the jam going here. As you can see, I've got the barrels are actually showing their inventory now, which is nice. But I've got 2 things of honey, 2 things of water, 2 things of apples, and a thing of clay pots all hanging out here. The game will delete stuff that just sits on the ground that isn't interacted with. So these clay pots, if it didn't do that, these clay pots would be stacks like this pile of togas here. I mean, it would just be straight up to inventory height. So yeah. That's a lot of clay pots getting thrown away, but you know what? I've been trying to let this game run. I've just been making roadways and bridges and stuff so that I have some material for other things. But I figured, okay, now I'm done, you know. I can't tie the computer up for 14 hours just letting the game churn and run in the background. So let's get down to, as they say, brass taxes here. So first one off, we got a spiced apple, and I've equipped 4. Each of these chefs, each of these spiced apple guys has the arm expansion. That's because they need to be able to carry 4 apples. So I'm going to basically do is I'm going to assign one guy to go to each station, and they're all going to do exactly the same thing. 2 of them are going to take from one barrel, 2 are going to take from the other. It's basically, that's all there is to it. The only difference is going to be to them. So what we'll do is we're just going to grab this guy. We're going to teach him. And it's going to be come over here, take an apple, and add it to the mixing pot. What we're going to do is take from crew cart until your hands are full, take it to the mixing pot until your hands are empty, hands empty. There we go. Now he's got 4 kilobytes extra. We're going to have another until question mark full, question mark being of course the mixing pot with an extra forever. So that's 3 kilobytes left. I don't know if I can get him to take a weed or not. Ooh, that could be kind of questionable. Let's have a look at it. We'll try it out. Go over here. Take a weed. No, it won't do it. Okay. Stop that. We'll just throw that back in. Basically, that's all he's going to do. He's just going to load apples. I'm going to come over here. Tell him to come to me. Access this. I'm going to kick that apple back out. And I'm going to go throw it back in the cart. Okay. I will repeat that with all 4 of them. But I'm just going to get one going right now. Okay, clay dish apple guy. I'm afraid I might have to put a memory upgrade on this guy, but his job's going to be fairly simple. He's going to he's going to come over here. He's going to take either from this clay pot storage, or he's going to come over here and he's going to take from this clay pot storage. Okay. Now we have to make sure to reduce these wheelbarrows down, just in case I get another wheelbarrow in here. And I have to make sure I do that with the apple guy. I can actually just set it on an area of effect and they will take either or. So there's that, which I probably will do. So that's okay. And then it's going to be add here, add here. I need one more, so we're just going to pause for a second. I'm going to go grab one more dish. And I will definitely need memory for this guy. Okay, and we'll hit record and we will add here. Okay. Forever. You will take from clay pot storage until hands full or fail. You will take from the crude wheelbarrow until hands full. Then you will add to these 3 cooking pots. So if he can't fill at the thing, then he's to go and grab from the wheelbarrow. I suppose I could just do a loop around the whole thing. But that should work. And it's just to add to each of the 3 cooking pots. If he can't add to the pot, he'll just should just stand there and look stupid. So we're going to keep those recordings. We're going to bring them over here, join them up with me. Real quick here, I'm just going to grab this guy. I want to edit that crude cart, because if I have any other crude carts that are parked down here, which will happen, I don't want him grabbing from a different cart. So there's a 2x2 space that should cover both of those carts. It's hard to target where they are, but I mean they're basically on those 2 squares. Alright, so save that and close. As I said, I'll get the other guys going. So I gotta go get a little bit of memory for Mr. Clay Dish here. Okay, he's got his memory upgrade now. He should be good to go. So he's set. So our next guy that we're going to program here is to put water in the apple. So he's going to put water in these bowls. Should have a guy here for doing weeds, do I not? I don't have a weed guy. Oh, I think I was thinking of having these guys do weeds, but I don't think they can because, like I said, the run for them. So I'll probably do. So I'll just grab one of these guys and we'll bring him down here. He's going to be apple weeds. His job again. take one of these. Pause here for a second. I'm just going to quickly grab 4. Okay, and record. His job is going to be to add one of these to each of these pots. Okay, take from weed storage until your hands are full. And he's going to need a memory upgrade as well, because I have to do hands empty on each of these mixing pots. So it'll be fail on all 4 of those. So he needs another 4 kilobytes as well. So we'll quickly just go grab a memory for him. Okay, that's the weed guy. Next guy on our list is the apple water guy. His job is going to be to come over here, grab a bucket. Damn it. Put the bucket down. Hit record, please. Thank you. Come over here, grab a bucket. Apply bucket to the... And of course now the storage containers aren't showing themselves correctly, so that's something we're going to have to be careful of. So apply bucket to the storage container. Alright, so find millable liquid storage. Again, we have to reduce this down. We're going to put it to a 2x2 square, and again, we're just going to put it right. Let's see if we can make it just a 1x2 square. I just wanted to target those 2 blocks, because these should be parked, theoretically, should be parked here or here. So you want them to pick it up from there. And then what needs the water is these 3. So it's going to be, again, same thing. Come here, add to these. Come over here. Come to me. Give you the bucket. There we go. That's forever. And then again, it's the same thing until hands are empty. And then each of these is going to be a little sub loop on each one. Repeat until held object is empty or fail. Until held object empty or fail. So quickly knock off these. Now the reason we do, of course, is until the... There we go. Take from the bucket storage until your hands are empty. So until the bucket breaks, basically. Go to the mobile storage, take some water, and apply it to the cooking pots until the object you're holding is empty. So you should just continuously repeat that. So we'll save him. I gotta go grab a memory upgrade for this guy as well. Should almost just get a bot doing memory upgrades. Because I'm probably gonna need another one for the honey guy, which is going to be essentially exactly the same thing, except instead of honey, he's going to be targeting, or instead of water, he's targeting the 2 honey barrels, and instead of these cook pots, he's targeting the cauldrons. So that'll be something I'll have to grab. So I'm going to go grab 2 memory upgrades for these guys, and I'll program the honey guy up here. Okay, that should have him programmed up. Basically, I just copied the program over from the water guy, change the target for those two liquid storages from the other two, and change the thing from the crude cooking pots to the cauldron. I'm a little concerned because it says it doesn't have a find command here, so I'm hoping it'll just go to the cauldron, go to cauldron. So that's him. This is done. So that is good. So what I could do now is these two guys are supposed to move the apples. These guys are supposed to cook the stewed apples. And these guys are supposed to cook or to start making the apple stuff. So maybe what I can do is get these guys up and running. Get these other 4 guys programmed, and then we'll get the next batch of guys going here. So again, we'll just quickly copy some programs over, get these guys going, and be off to the races. Okay, there we go. We just basically copied the program over and changed the targets for each of these 3 guys. So we're just going to get all 3 of them up and running here. Start up this guy. Start up this guy. Keep our eyes on our guys here, make sure everybody's functional. The clay, I want them to take from this pile of clay dishes first, because I do have a bot that's already picking these ones up that are left over from the colonists that are fed, and I'd rather recycle them than continually produce new ones. Okay, I need to get this guy going as well. Okay. Now, let's get these guys cooking on our stewed apples. Their job is going to be real simple. They're going to pick up one of these apple pieces, and they're going to throw it into their cauldron, respective cauldrons. We're going to just stop that for a second. We're going to come here. We're going to get him to come to me. Grab the second guy. We'll do the same thing. Pick up one of these. Stuff it in your cauldron. Come to me. And guy number 3. Pick up one of these. Stuff it in your cauldron. Stop and come to me. Okay. Now they'll change the spiced apple to an area. The reason I like to change it to an area is so that I can just have it pick up apples off of the whole path, rather than just in one spot. Forever. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more contingency here until question mark, full question mark being the cooking pot you are assigned to. No. Question part being the cooking pot you are assigned to. That forever. Now this just requires basically 2 fresh apples and 2 fresh water. So that's basically all it requires. I see what's going on with my water guy. He seems to have gotten himself confused. So I'm going to quickly get these 2 guys, the other 2 guys going. Okay. Here's the problem with the apple, honey, and water guys. I just had the good bucket pick up. This was in the wrong location, so it's just a quick little change on both of these guys. Otherwise, he won't realize that his hands are already full. And I believe the honey guy is in here as well. Same deal. So we'll stop him, and it's just quickly take those 2 items, move them to the very bottom of the list, and hit go. If he has items in his hands, he should just continue to utilize it. Now my concern is, of course, is that he still has honey or water in those potential buckets and they haven't emptied them, but we'll find out. Okay, so now these guys are all, hopefully, doing their job, making me spiced apples, stewed apples. So now we're going to take the apple jam guys, and their job, same thing as the other guy, pick up one of these, stuff it in there, until question mark full, question mark being, of course, the thing that you were ordered to do forever. And again, we'll just take this, churn it into an area, select the area down. So it's just covering the 3 cauldrons, or 3 cooking pots, and okay. And that's his job. He can get going. You get the other guy doing the same thing, of course. It's real easy. Pick up one of these. Stuff it in one of these until this is full. This being that, forever. Change this to an area, select the area down. And good to go. And he's off. So now I should be making apple jam. So of course the next thing I gotta do is get some colonists going in here and start feeding them the apple jam. So I think we've got a seed in the incubator already, so what we'll do is just quickly grab some eggs, and we'll fill this up and we'll start cranking out some babies here. Alright. Here's our first level 4 colonist. Shove him into the hole. He's going to want toys. He's going to want clothing. He's going to want food. Yay! He also gives 1,000 love for every cycle. So now what we'll do is we'll start by grabbing a bot. Teach, your job is to come pick up jam. Add jam to colonist. Now, as you can see, my guy is struggling quite substantially under the weight of the jam. I may have to actually start putting upgrades on the bot that is supposed to be hauling the jam in for them, because this food can get quite heavy. I'll probably find different food or different bots for the rest of the food. I'm not sure. But we'll target all the colonists in the area around here. Okay. Good. Forever. And we'll target this area to cover. It could just get away with just covering the 2x2 strip, I guess, where the jam is located. Like that. So there we go. I don't think I'm going to get more than one guy doing it. I'm not too worried about that. I'll have to get a guy bringing clothes in here. I need to get more more stuff for the colonists. I've got 5 seeds here, but they take, well, like I took 9 eggs to crack. I can use berries. Berries work fine. I can use apples. Apples work just fine. Okay, that looks like the 2 apple crates have already moved on. Is that what I'm seeing? Yes, I got 1 apple crate on its way down. And this apple crate is down here. How come you're not being filled? I'm just gonna add that up. There we go. Back to work, dude. Dude, like, just get back to work, man. I got 2 crates down here. You should be already half full. Okay, that's closed off. That's working. That's something else I have to make sure is that all of the different things cycle. They appeared to when I started them, but this game has a tendency to do nasty bad things. I'll get the rest of my colonists going here. The food is set, so the next thing that we're going to have to do is get the dolls over there. I think I'm just going to make a little speedy guy, and I'm going to have him deliver the dolls one at a time, because I don't really think that the 5 colonists are going to consume the dolls that quickly. And like I said, I think we'll do is we'll just set up a clothing station here next episode for making just the jumpers. But that's going to do it for today. Hope you're enjoying Autonauts. I'll see you in the next episode, and good night for now.